Hello, y'all. I'm really excited to be live today because I'm talking about Geminis and sex. Super fucking exciting. Thank God I had some energy today. You feel me? I just jumped on it. I was like, I thought I was gonna wake up today feeling kind of funky, but I was like, you know what? I feel good. So fuck it. I'm gonna go live. You feel me? And plus, like, I've been really excited to like do this Gemini sex live video because the last time I did a sex video was for Scorpio, and that was like half a year ago. You feel me? So it's been a while, and like, I just wanted to come back on here and just kind of like get back in the flow of doing sex lives because that shit is really fun and I really like it, and I really like helping people figure out how to have better sex. You feel me? So like, why not do it through astrology? So yeah, this live like can basically go for any Gemini placements like Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and your rising, or if you have your 5th house, your 8th house, or your 12th house in Gemini. So that is, oh my gosh, give me a second. I know that's Scorpio risings, that's Cancer risings, and I'm not sure about the 5th house. I'm gonna come back to that though. I'll probably put it in the description or something. But yeah, so right off the bat, you feel me, I started analyzing just like general things about like Geminis and sex. Like in a chart, there are particular indicators that I look for when I look for sex in a chart. It's the 5th house, the 8th house, the 12th house, which is why I referenced like if you have Gemini there, you might also relate to this reading. So like I said, those are the places that I look for sex. And I also, pay attention to like planetary rulership. So like Gemini is ruled by Mercury and it's detriment in Jupiter. So like it doesn't feel good when it's in Jupiter. So like that has, certain things that play out when it comes to sex. And, just analyzing just Gemini holistically, basically. So, you feel me? How this is going to go is I'm going to talk about what they're like in the bed, right? But then I'm also going to talk about what they like, you feel me? Like what's going to please them. And then some turn-ons and turn-offs and like some general compatibility. So this is going to be pretty long, you feel me? So, what I'm probably going to do is, since I'm posting this on YouTube, I'm going to like mark it off in sections. So like, if you want to read compatibility, but you don't want to read like what they're like in the bed, skip to the proper section, you feel me? It's all up to you, but I'll make sure that I put that in the description for y'all so that you can basically do what you want, you feel me? Anyway, to the reading. What are they like in the bed? You feel me? They're very mischievous. Geminis are ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is a trickster, you feel me? Mercury, I forget whether it's Greek or Roman mythology, like he literally would just go around like playing pranks on people, you feel me? So they're just very mischievous people, like that carries over to the bed, right? They're very light and fun-hearted, like they probably gonna joke with you, you feel me? Like, hey babe, I love you. You need to listen to this live because, you feel me, this is a Gemini sex live, so you feel me, pay attention, keep up, you feel me? But yeah, like basically they have a lot of self-interest when it comes to one-on-one casual sex interactions. Like they may not take casual sex very seriously, like they may have sex or casually date somebody like just kind of like to boost their image type shit, or just like for other superficial reasons. And that's because like their 5th house is in Libra. I'm for sure gonna save it. I'm finna post this on YouTube, babe. But yeah, their 5th house is in Libra. So like, remember I was telling y'all in previous like lives and videos that I've done that Libra is a very superficial sign when it comes to other people and relationships. 5th house is the house of casual sex. So you feel me? Libra energy in the 5th house. Like when it comes to casual sex, like they really just, you feel me? They just be on some like what's gonna please me type shit. Like, fuck, what the other person want or what, what I'm saying, might make them happy, because like I'm worried about me and my nut. Like that's just how they are when it comes to casual sex, you feel me? However, they're very possessive after a very long time of like bonding and like getting to know you, and that's because they have that 8th house Capricorn. And so to me, the 8th house represents like intimate sex, you feel me? So like the sex, for example, you would have like with a long-term partner, somebody that you fucking with for real, somebody you having consistent sex with. So they get very possessive at that point, you feel me? Like They will put up that like super standoffish, distant, cold, you feel me, I don't really fuck with you attitude, especially because, like I said, that 5th house Libra makes them very superficial at first. However, once they really like and trust you, they get very clingy and they're like, don't ever leave me, like, you staying right here with me, like, it took me this long to open up and like, you gonna leave me? Like, no. Like, they're very possessive when it comes to like sex after a while, like, you know. But that's also another reason why they're so superficial when they have sex, because, you know, they don't trust easy. And so it's like if I can trust you, you feel me, we fucking, like, and we fucking with each other heavy, like, at this point, like, we tied in, you feel me. And when I was writing these notes, I was kind of thinking about like why people think Gemini is confusing, and I think that might be why, you feel me, because like they're very superficial, they're very surface level until they really get to know you and like they trust you, and, you know, they feel like, you know, okay, like I can fuck with this person a little bit, you feel me. Like, so like that can be confusing because, you know, the first time you meet somebody, they completely different from, you know what I'm saying, the type of person that they really are down the road. You like why did you change? Like, I thought you was this way, like, but you acting like this. But to them, that's not a problem because, you know, they're like, well, obviously if I don't know you like that, I'm finna show you this one side of me, you know, this happy, fun, lighthearted side of me. I'm not finna show you like the deep skeletons in the closet type shit. They're just not the type of people to kind of like put it all on the floor when they first meet you. So that's what that is. But yeah, they could be superficial when it comes to like 8th house themes in general because of the Capricorn energy. Like, Capricorn energy is like very like private, you feel me. Capricorn energy is like, you don't need to know much about me, like, it's for my image, it's for the way I look, you feel me. So like when it comes to like deep, dark, intense themes, or when it comes to like taboo themes, like I said, they're just really just not gonna give you that shit off rip, because they're like, bitch, I don't know you like that, like, you finna think of me, you know what I'm saying, this way, but, you know, my real niggas, the niggas that I really fuck with, they finna know me like this. So, you know, if you fucking with a Gemini and like, you know, you kind of wondering like, is it more to them? It probably is, you feel me, like 9 times out of 10, because that's just how they are. The 12th house Taurus, the 12th house Taurus makes them very stubborn. Like they're extremely stubborn, like, especially when it comes to like transformation and like changing themselves. Like, they can be the type to kind of like get stuck in their way, you feel me. They find something that they like, you feel me, because like they're very they love to learn, you feel me. But they can be the type that it's like, once I, you know what I'm saying, find a topic, like, I'm gonna like learn, you know what I'm saying. And then, how am I trying to say this? I'm sorry, y'all, I'm having a brain fart. Like, I'm having a brain fart. I knew what I wanted to say and then like I lost my train of thought. But basically, like, they're, like I said, they're very stubborn when it comes to like doing shadow work and stuff like that. They can kind of get stuck in their way, and very like, it's kind of like hard for them to like speak on like, I'm sorry, y'all, let me get my words together. It's hard for them to change their mind and perspective on things because like they're very self-indulgent and like they like to do things that make them feel pleasure spiritually, right? So like when it comes to like these spiritual topics, when it comes to like their skeletons in the closet, like they kind of don't want to go in the closet and talk to their skeletons because it makes them feel uncomfortable. And when it comes to spiritual topics, they like the frilly things, you feel me. They like the things that make them feel good. They don't really like to do a whole lot of personal transformation, and because of that, you feel me, that can affect the way that they have what I call transformative sex, which is in the 12th house, in my opinion. What is transformative sex? It's that sex, you feel me, that you cry afterwards and you don't know why you just start crying. Like, literally, like, it just makes you feel like a whole new person afterwards, you know what I'm saying? You're able to come to revelations with your partner. You're able to come to revelations about yourself and, like, you know, become a better sex partner and things like that. They can kind of get stuck in their ass when it comes to shit like that, just because of that Taurus energy over the 12th house, which makes them very stubborn when it comes to, like I said, like just kind of like dealing with the skeletons in the closet and stuff like that. So they may be prone to thinking, you know, like, I'm doing just fine right here on my own. Like, whole time they're just like resisting soul level change. Like, and Geminis are mutable, so like, you know, it may seem like they kind of going with the flow and like not really, you know, stuck in their way, but it's just like, it's, you know what I'm saying, hidden under the surface. To be honest, it's really subconscious, because the 12th house also rules your subconscious thoughts. So since Gemini energy has Taurus over the 12th house, like, you know, they can get really stubborn when it comes to transforming in the realm of spiritual concepts and stuff like that. So they need to allow themselves to change. They need to allow spiritual healing to occur in order to stop being so stubborn when it comes to sex and stuff like that. So I finished talking about like, what are they like in the bed? So what do they like? You feel me? What do Geminis like? How can you please them? You feel me? How can you make them happy? So keep them on their toes. You feel me? Don't be boring. Be spontaneous. Always be thinking of something new and creative to bring to the table. Like, don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be the type of, okay, like, you know, vanilla sex is for some people, but it's not for Gemini. Basically, I'll say that. Like they're like, no, like, don't, you feel me? Don't be boring. Like, don't be lazy. Don't just lay there. Like, you know, keep me on my feet. Keep bringing something new to the table. Like, give me something to look forward to. You know, like I said, Geminis are very lighthearted. They're very fun. They're jokesters. They have a lot of high energy. So you got to bring that energy to the bedroom too. You feel me? If you too lazy or you too boring, like, they're not gonna fuck with you for real. You also got to make them feel special and paid attention to. Like, that's something that Geminis are not going to tell you, but like, when it comes to sex, like, Geminis pay a lot of attention to like detail, and they really appreciate somebody who is going to go the extra mile to show that genuine interest in them. Like, oh, you really fuck with me for real. Like, and that's more so, you know, if you're fucking with a Gemini long term. Like I said, they are the type that could do one night stands, but if you fucking with a Gemini, you know, over the course of a long time, like, it's really important that you show that genuine interest, and you show your willingness to do whatever it takes to discover like what they really like in the bed and stuff like that. You also got to be patient. You feel me? Take your time. This is a Gemini secret. That's what they're not going to tell you. You feel me? Because Geminis will play that role. Like I said, they will like show you one side of them, and then the whole time they got a whole other side of them buried deep inside. You feel me? So like, you really got to be patient with them. Like, you got to take your time. That's because of that 8th house Capricorn. And like I said, the 8th house represents like intimate sex, and Capricorn energy takes a very long time to open up. A very long time. So like, you probably not gonna see the real side of a Gemini until like at least, you know what I'm saying, several interactions with them. Like I said, they're not gonna tell you that, but you know what I'm saying, the more you pay attention to them, the more you talk to them, the more you spend time with them, the more they'll open up. You feel me? The more that y'all can have that good ass sex. You feel me? So like, you know, it may seem very superficial at first. It may just seem like, oh, they just want to get their nut off, but like, it'll make them look at you in a whole different light for real, if you really take your time to get to know them and be intimate with them before like actually having sex. Like, that means a lot to them for real. They love it, you feel me, when you talk them up. Like, you got to get in their ear. You got to make them feel good, you feel me? They want to hear you tell them how good they are at it, you feel me? Now, when it comes to telling them how bad they are, they might feel some type of way about that, though, because, you know, like I said, that 12th house Taurus, so like, they have a lot of hard feelings and stubbornness around like transforming, you know, these deep skeletons in the closet, you know, kind of like getting out the gunk, like sitting with the things that make them uncomfortable, you know? So if you tell them, you know what I'm saying, hey, like, you should do this, like, they probably gonna be like, like, why are you talking shit about me? But you know what I'm saying, we all got our flaws, you feel me? Gemini just needs to work on being more open-minded, and Gemini needs to stop being so stubborn when it comes to, like I said, that transformation. But like I said, on the topic of sex, talk them up, you feel me? Like I said, make them feel good about themselves. Like I said, be energetic, don't be lazy. They hate like non-attentive listeners. Like, Geminis are the type of people that pay a lot of attention to detail, so like, they can tell if you're not listening, you know what I'm saying? They love to talk, they love to engage in conversation before sex. Like, I guess you could say like, that's kind of sapiosexual, so to speak, you feel me? So like, they, like I said, they just love that pillow talk. They just love to have conversation. So they can literally tell if you're not listening to them, and that's a huge turn off for them. You know what I'm saying? That's a big way to not have good sex with a Gemini. And like how mentally stimulated they are before sex, that has a lot to do with their performance in the bed as well. Like if they're not mentally stimulated enough, like they're gonna be kind of bored, you feel me? So make sure that you pay attention to that. Also, don't get too close too fast. Like that's a big turn off for a Gemini as well. Like literally it's that 8th house Capricorn. I just keep coming back to that. It's also the 12th house Taurus a little bit too. Like, you feel me? I told you, like, they're very superficial when it comes to casual interaction. So like you fuck around and get too close to them too fast, they like, like why are you all up in my space? Like, I don't know you like that, you feel me? Like we just fucking, you know what I'm saying? We not serious for real. So if you're also interested in having sex with a Gemini, just make sure that like you're very set on your boundaries, and like, you know what I'm saying, you don't push them too fast. You really give them that space and that energy to just my fucking poor ass connection. But yeah, just let them move at their own pace, basically. Alright, now I'm gonna talk about some compatibility. Hold on, maybe I should. No, I'll just wait. I was gonna get a sip of water, but I'm like, I'm almost done, so I'll just power through. But yeah, so let's talk about some compatibility, you feel me? If you are any of the other 11 zodiac signs, I'm pretty sure you're wondering like what your compatibility would be with a Gemini with all this stuff being said, you feel me? So I'm just gonna go into that a little bit. I mean, per usual, as y'all know, you know, you really have to look at an entire chart to understand like your sexual compatibility with somebody, but this is just for fun, you feel me? So take it with a grain of salt, and if it resonates, then I'm really glad. Okay, so Gemini and Aries, right? So like Aries is the 11th house like of Gemini, and the two signs also have a sextile relationship, which is a very like fun, high-paced, you know what I'm saying, aspect between each other. So they have like a super friendly connection, because you know the 11th house also rules like friend groups and social circles and stuff like that. So like Gemini and Aries just like have a super friendly like tight connection. Like they're super high energy, they both can keep up with each other, they keep each other mentally stimulated, you know what I'm saying? Aries is very spontaneous, and you know Gemini loves that shit, you know what I'm saying? They like surprise me, and Aries is like, well, I love to do the surprising. So you know what I'm saying, that's a really good fun relationship, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like they can give each other what they need, you know what I'm saying, whether it's superficial or whether it's, you know what I'm saying, more intimate. Like Gemini and Aries are also like people that are very strong in their boundaries, you feel me? So like, you know, that would be a very easy relationship to get into, regardless of, you know what I'm saying, the intimacy level y'all want to be at, for real. So Gemini and Taurus, right? Remember how I was telling y'all that like Taurus is the 12th house of Gemini, right? And I told y'all how that makes Gemini very stubborn, and that makes them not want to tap into, you feel me, their skeletons in the closet. Well, Taurus can really trigger that, for real, you know what I'm saying, naturally, because like when you have placements like 12th house synastry with somebody, like when somebody's placements fall in your 12th house, they can trigger a lot of like deep skeletons in the closet, for real, like a lot of deep-seated shit probably that you haven't even thought about in a long time. That is gonna be maddening for Gemini, you feel me? Because like I said, Gemini doesn't want to deal with that shit. And Taurus is also not the most high energy sign either, so like there really might be a lot of roadblocks there. Like it might be really hard for them to even form a connection at all, especially because, you know, Taurus really just be on some chill shit, and that might irritate the Gemini, because like Gemini is really high paced and likes a lot of action all the time, and Taurus be trying to relax, you feel me? So it's really hit or miss, you know, but like I said, it really just depends on the entire synastry as a whole. Okay, Gemini and Gemini, right? So obviously Gemini is the first house of Gemini, and so like, you know, I'm sorry, my phone just decided to almost die on me, but you know, I got a little bit of charge left, so hopefully it won't die before the live is over. But yeah, so Gemini and Gemini, like, they do a lot of boosting each other up, you feel me? They make each other feel good about themselves. Like, they just give each other what they need, you feel me? They may end up, like, getting very close if they end up being vulnerable with each other. Like, they really admire each other's, you know what I'm saying, personas, you know what I'm saying? It's basically like a reflection of yourself, kind of. And, you know, some people like that, some people don't. Gemini are the type, you feel me? Okay, like, I like somebody that can keep up with me, so, you know, that would, a Gemini and a Gemini would get along very well, in my opinion. Okay, Gemini and Cancer. So Cancer is the second house from Gemini. And so, like, a Gemini will definitely be surprised by the relationship that they have with a Cancer. Like, it will be very high energy, you feel me? A lot of people don't give Cancers that credit, but, like, Cancers love to get up and do stuff. Cancers are very adventurous. Like, they're a cardinal sign, you feel me? So because they're a cardinal water, the water energy kind of makes them feel more, you know, more soft and more quiet than what they really are. But they really do have a lot of energy. They really do like to get up and do stuff. They don't like to be complacent, for real. And so a Gemini will really appreciate that, especially because Cancers are also very romantic, you feel me? So, like, a Cancer is going to go that extra mile to pay attention to detail, like I was telling y'all about earlier. So the Gemini going to be like, man, I thought, like, you was gonna be like an emotional little bitch, but you feel me, I'm really fucking with you. Like, you really dope, for real, you know? So they would really value having that kind of relationship in their life, especially because, like I said, Cancers, you know, they go out of their way to be romantic. And like I said, that attention to detail, like, that's really gonna reel the Gemini in. They're gonna be like, oh, like, you paying attention to me? You know what I like? And I ain't even had to say nothing? Love that. Okay, Gemini and Leo, right? So Leo is the third house from Gemini, and as y'all know, the third house rules, like, communication, right? So naturally they're gonna have lots to talk about, and that's already a turn on for Gemini. Already, like, oh, we could talk, bet. Like, and Leo loves to talk, you feel me? Leo got tons of shit to talk about, especially about themselves. Like, Leo loves talking about themselves. That's just how they are, you know what I'm saying? So the Gemini would be super curious about what the Leo has to say. And the Leo loves to talk, you feel me? Lots of pillow talk going on, you feel me? Like, and you know, Leos love, like, getting boosted up and, like, boosting other people up, like that kind of, you know, like, we kind of like hyping each other up type thing, you feel me? And like I said, Geminis love that in the bed. They love having sex where, like, they partner is talking them up, you feel me? So they talk each other up. It's a really good, really fluid connection, you feel me? And the Leo is also going to be able to keep up with the Gemini's energy. So to me, that's great compatibility for the both of them. All right, Gemini and Virgo. So Virgo is the fourth house from Gemini. And so, like, there is this energy where, like, a Gemini would initially feel very home with, like, a Virgo, especially because they're both ruled by Mercury. But they're like opposite sides of Mercury, in my opinion, for real. Like, you know, Geminis are very talkative. They're the talkative side of Mercury. But Virgo is the side of Mercury that's, like, very, very particular with their words. Like, they're very quiet people unless they feel like they have something of importance to say. So that would turn the Gemini off real quick, because, like I said, Geminis love to talk. You know, the Gemini would just be talking, and the Virgo would just be sitting, listening. You feel me? And then they would be like, but I want to talk, you know what I'm saying? I want to have a conversation. But like I said, the Virgo is just not the type to speak a lot unless they feel like it's something important to say. So, you know, that is, like, damn near automatic turn off for Gemini, you feel me? Because like I said, they need that mental stimulation. They like to be talked up. So, you know, that's just not how a Virgo normally is. Like, so, you know, they might just have trouble getting past that initial road bump to even have sex at all. It might be, like, you feel me, some superficial sex, but then again, like, Virgo is not even really the type to have one night stands. So it's like, is that really gonna go anywhere? I really just don't know, personally. But yeah, so Gemini and Libra, the fifth house. Speak correctly. Look, I'm like, talk correct, Lord. Libra is the fifth house from Gemini. So, like I said, like, this would just make a super casual encounter. I spoke a little bit about this relationship at the beginning of the video. So if you missed that, you feel me, rewind, catch that again. It's just going to be like a really super casual encounter. Like, they both not really gonna be looking for anything super serious. Like Gemini and Libra are kind of both the people that really like fuck with others for their own self-interest, so to speak. So, you know, one night stands type shit, you feel me? Some quick little casual sex, super deep intimacy, it might not get that far. It might not really go anywhere, you know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, it just always depends on the whole synastry. So, you know, take that as you will. Okay, Gemini and Scorpio. So Scorpio is the 6th house from Gemini. So like, they can for sure keep up with each other's sex drive. Like Scorpio is just that type, you feel me? But Scorpio might be way too intense off rip. Like a Gemini would be like, whoa, like you trying to peer into my soul? I don't want nobody to peer into my soul for real. Like I'm just trying to have a conversation. But like Scorpio's not really one for small talk for real. Like a Scorpio is trying to go into the depths of your soul. As soon as they fucking meet you, they like, what's in there? Like I'm trying to figure out what's in your soul. And Gemini is like, back up, like for real, back up. So, you know what I'm saying? If they both are on the tip, like, let's just fuck, you feel me? And they both like set that boundary, because Scorpios are private, you feel me? And Scorpios are very blunt with their emotions. So, you know what I'm saying? If y'all both are just like honest, like, you know, let's just fuck, then that's what's gonna happen, you feel me? But you know, other than that, I could really see there being an issue long term, because a Gemini is just gonna get off put. Like, why are you trying to be all up in my business? I don't even know you like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Scorpios kind of also don't like to open up at all. So it's like, what would there really be to conversation about? You know what I'm saying? What would there be to conversate about? So, you know, it's kind of a thing where it's like the Gemini is gonna get bored, and like the Scorpio is gonna be like, well, like, if you would talk more. And then the Scorpio is going to be like, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm getting confused. If y'all can't tell, the fibromyalgia be getting to me sometimes when I'm talking. So please be patient with me. But basically, you feel me? They missing each other. But yeah, Gemini and Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is the 7th house from Gemini. And you know what I'm saying? This relationship, there's an opposition relationship there. But, I mean, ultimately, I think it'd be really free, like, really fun, really, like, lighthearted sex, you feel me? Honestly, like, I think the compatibility is really strong. I know that might be, like, really skeptical for some people, like, Gemini and Sagittarius, like, what? But I just feel like they won't hold each other down, you feel me? They're very good for, like, you know, not only just, like, one-night stands and quick encounters, but, you know, they're kind of just gonna let each other do their own thing. So like, you know, if the Sagittarius feel like, you know, oh, I need some time, I need a break, the Gemini not gonna be on their neck for real, you feel me? Now when it gets deeper into the relationship and the Sagittarius feel like they need space, the Gemini gonna be like, all right, what you doing? Because I told you they be getting real possessive and shit. So it may be hard for a long term, or, you know what I'm saying, consistent sex, unless, you know, the boundaries are, you know, strictly strong. So I got some comments, hold on. Oh, right. Oh, I'm glad you feel like I'm talking facts, period. Well, that's good to know. Like I said, I'm having like little brain farts here and there from the fibromyalgia. But you feel me? Fuck fibromyalgia. We balling. You feel me? Fuck it, we ball. Let's see. Okay, next is Gemini and Capricorn. So I already talked about the relationship between Capricorn and Gemini a little bit, because Capricorn is the 8th house from Gemini, and that represents like intimate sex. So they have like a very deep and like intimate connection, you feel me? It's like the chemistry might not like appear like that on first glance, like, because, you know, like I said, the Capricorn is real private, and like the Gemini want to talk, and the Capricorn is like, I don't know about that. But like, you feel me, if they get alone and like the Capricorn starts feeling comfortable enough to open up, like the fireworks are really gonna like pop off. That's like instant chemistry type shit. Like 8th house synastry when it comes to sex, that's what you want. Like, you want to fuck somebody where you got 8th house synastry with them, because like the sex is literally just gonna keep getting better and better, and you're gonna be like, how does it just keep getting better? Like, are you serious? Is it gonna keep doing this? Like, is it just gonna keep getting better? The answer is yes, you feel me? So if the Capricorn is willing to open up a little bit, you feel me, give Gemini some wordplay, some attention, like, you know, it might work. Capricorn folks normally like don't do one night stands, you feel me? It's like really hit or miss. It's kind of like, can you get a Capricorn in the right mood type shit. So, you know, like I said, it's hit or miss. But I really do think that, you know what I'm saying, if you a Gemini, you should fuck with somebody with Capricorn placements if you can, because that'll be fire for real. Okay, Gemini and Aquarius. Oh, we getting close to the end. We got 2 more signs, y'all. Right, exactly. No, okay, like 8th house industry is like under fucking rated. Like, people talk about 8th house industry in like a negative light, but I think that's because like people, like, you can't just have 8th house industry with anybody, you feel me? 8th house industry really works like when you are consistently fucking somebody. Like, you can't just go into 8th house industry thinking it's finna be a one night stand, because then you're gonna be craving the dick or craving the pussy, you feel me? And you're gonna be like, wow, like I really can't get enough of this shit. And that's dangerous if, you feel me, you not like consistently having sex with that person, because, you know, it can get really messy. So it's like, you know, if people learn boundaries and communication, like 8th house industry can really work in your favor, you know. But you just gotta, you feel me, you just gotta be mature about the situation, basically. But yeah, so Gemini and Aquarius. Aquarius is the 9th house from Gemini, and they trine each other as far as like sign-based aspects. I feel like they easily get along. Like, Aquarius can keep a Gemini on their toes, and like Aquarius can also teach Gemini a little something. They love that, because I told y'all Geminis love to learn. So like, you feel me, Aquarius has a lot to teach, especially about like you know, environmentalism and like things that matter to them, humanitarianism, you know. So like, Gemini love that. Like, oh, you can put me hip on game? Like, what? For real? I fuck with that, you know? So, like, they automatically gonna be mentally stimulated just off the conversation they have. Even if, you know what I'm saying, sex wasn't a part of the equation, they just already turned on, you feel me? Like, oh, I like that. I like that. So, you feel me, the pillow talk is going to be immaculate. And, you know, Aquarius is also the type, I've talked about this in my previous sex lives, like, they really love, like, trying shit out of the box, you feel me? They love trying new shit. Like, they probably one of the freakiest signs, for real. So, like, Gemini is going to love that, because I told you they like getting, you know, kept on their toes. So, that's great, you feel me? A great connection. I would say 10 out of 10 as far as sex industry goes. Okay, and the last one we got is Gemini and Pisces. So Pisces is the 10th house from Gemini, and they square each other. There's like a lot of friction right there. Like, I feel like the Pisces is kind of like a bit too deep off rip for Gemini. Like, and Pisces really isn't into small talk for real. Like, Pisces is kind of like, you know, I really want to talk about deep shit. I want to talk about shit that matters to me. You know, Gemini kind of just wants to be mentally stimulated in general. You know, they can really talk about anything. So, you know, it's like, it's just like, really, personally, this is how I feel about sex. I'm like, if we can't talk about nothing, you know what I'm saying, then how can we fuck? You feel me? So, you know, there's the issue right there, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, you know, if there's some compromise, you know what I'm saying, from both parties, you know what I'm saying, they might be able to have like some really passionate, explosive sex, because Pisces is also very adventurous in bed. They're very imaginative. They're always coming up with new stuff as far as like, you know, sex and things like that. So Gemini would really appreciate the creativity that Pisces brings to the sex table, you feel me? So like I said, it just depends. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all, you feel me? This was a pretty long live, so I mean, I may or may not edit it. I really don't be feeling like editing. Like, let's be realistic. Like, when I was in journalism school and I was just thinking about how much like literal effort it takes to edit a good video, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm smooth, I'll go live. Like, for real, especially like, you know, with me just not having as much energy as I used to, you know what I'm saying? It's just easier. So I'm like, you know, live is cool or whatever. I'll just put it on YouTube. But yeah, that's all I got, you feel me? Thank y'all so much for tuning in, you feel me? If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I love y'all. And I'll see y'all later.